Moving on to another food-based subject. Mark, what's your favorite home-cooked meal? Now, for me, what home-cooked means is your mom, or in your case, maybe your wife, just makes an awesome meal that you
Am I allowed to make it?
Or you. If you, so for me, home cooked means somebody else makes it for you.
Okay.
But I mean, if you make it for yourself, and there's just something that you know how to make perfectly in a way that you like.
Oh,
it
is
works.
there?
So, Mark, tell us about your disgusting sugar spaghetti.
You take spaghetti.
You add a pound of sugar.
You take your sauce. You brown the meat.
What kind of sauce?
Just normal, just tomato sauce. Because here's
Just
the thing.
tomato sauce.
Yeah, because
you
Amanda,
don't do Prego or Ragu.
she does not like onions. And the most sauces, Prego and all these other stuff, they always end up having little minced
You
onions.
keep going.
So then we just do tomato sauce. See, that's the good stuff. That's what I would use.
That's the best pasta sauce you can buy. Arrabbiata from Trader Giotto's. That is, yeah.
Anyways.
Shout out to the person who introduced that to me.
But so tomato sauce, you do all the seasoning and stuff like that. You let it simmer for a little bit. Then
Let it simmer.
Then you add the good stuff.
Then you add the sweetener.
You dump some sugar in there.
What?
Okay? You dump some sugar in there.
That does not make any sense.
Mix it up, and then I like spaghetti with
How much sugar? So, okay, you put, I don't know, like a jar of tomato sauce or a can or two.
Mixed with a pound of meat.
A pound of meat. And then how much sugar do you put on that?
I just eyeball it. I'll kind of just like, I don't know, kind of.
Is it a sprinkling or is it like a cup?
It's probably closer to a cup.
It's a cup of sugar? That's too much,
maybe
dude.
not a whole cup, but it's definitely not. Like, I remember once. I wanted my mom to make it. And I was like, okay, Mom, add the sugar. And she gets a spoon and scoops some sugar and sprinkles it in there. And I was like, you got to be freaking joking right now.
Oh, my God.
With your spoonful of
ingredients in my favorite pasta sauce. Tomatoes, tomato puree, water tomato paste, onions, roasted red bell peppers. Sounds great. EVOO, extra virgin olive oil, garlic, salt, spices, sugar, citric acid. So sugar
they add the sugar to cut down the acid from the tomatoes.
Oh, okay.
And then I just add more.
So this one, for example, has 5 grams of sugar. You add a cup.
I don't know if it's a cup, but it's a healthy amount. But anyways, I like spaghetti with not spaghetti noodles, maybe shells, maybe some elbows. And you just mix it up, and it's super good. And it's funny, they did it on Parks and Rec. She made this thing called Salger, which is sugar and salt put together. Oh my God. And then one time they were eating spaghetti, and he was like, "Man, you're adding a lot of Salger to your spaghetti." And she's like, "What? This is just sugar." And then, like, Andy and April were eating it after, and Andy was like, "Ooh, it tastes like Fruit Loops." And ever since then, we always call it like Fruit Loops spaghetti now. So, it's good.
So sugar spaghetti, it's so bizarre to me that I guess you're making it from scratch though. And if I really think about it, but the first time you told me about this, here's what I imagined. I imagine Mark, he's cooking up his dinner, right? And then he just straight up takes a bag of sugar and like dumps it on top. And then he serves his spaghetti and adds sugar on top instead of cheese and then eats it.
I did.
I'm like, that sounds disgusting.
I did go to Olive Garden once.
Yeah.
And I got the unlimited pasta bowls. And one of them, I was like, this kind of sucks. And I opened their bags of sugar and poured
Really?
Yeah.
Did somebody throw up?
Nobody, like, my family's used to it. It's so good.
Have any of you ever added sugar to your spaghetti? Let me know in the comments below.
If you're Filipino, you have. I'm telling you.
It's a Filipino thing?
Yes.
Yeah?
Is
that how you were introduced to it?
Mm-hmm.
So somebody in your family is Filipino.
No, like my best friend growing up, I basically lived at his house.
Yeah.
That's how his mom made it every time. And I was
with
like,
sugar.
This is so good. And so then when I grew up, that's just how we eat it. Also, if you add olives, it makes them super squeaky.
Squeaky?
Mm-hmm. Like when you eat them, you can hear it like in your head.
Oh, really?
It squeaks.
Or you're just crazy. Oh man, so home cooked meal. There's a lot. of options for me. So
Okay.
I have to talk about a few of them first. My mom's meatloaf is awesome. And
Meatloaf is probably my favorite food.
Really? So
Yes.
most people like have this negative stigma about meatloaf. It's like, meatloaf again, Mom. You're crazy.
Dude.
You've been making it wrong.
Wait, so
Yeah.
we're about to ruin a friendship, or closer than ever.
Okay.
That's a weird way to put that. Meatloaf. It's got to have a topping.
Yes,
It's
of
got to have
course.
something on
Yep.
it. What's on it?
So my mom does this special mixture. I believe it's ketchup, mustard, brown sugar, and something else is in there to make it kind of tart. Yeah. It's real good.
Screw gravy. Get it out of there.
Yeah.
Ketchup, brown sugar.
Yeah, it's like a red topping, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and it's real good. That is definitely up there for my favorite.
I went to a
home cooked
restaurant
meals.
once and I was like, yo, meatloaf me up. And it came with gravy on it. And I'm like,
You just threw your plate on the ground. You're like, get this out.
give me some spaghetti.
And sugar.
And your finest sugar.
Okay, so that's one. Number two, on my grandma's side, she makes some dope hamburgers, and it's she just gets the buns from Safeway, right? But
Sure.
it's okay. The camera broke. But to continue, so my grandma would take hamburger meat and she would add eggs and breadcrumbs, and that was definitely another one of my favorite home cooked meals. And the final one was my grandfather's French toast,
Okay.
which is a little bit different than most people's French toast. He's since passed, but every year when I would come visit him, he would make French toast, and the key was he used a lot of, I think it was lard.
Okay. Lard?
Like
Like the
Crisco.
white- like
Crisco,
the white stuff?
Crisco.
Okay.
Crisco, yeah. And it would make it so that like the bread was crunchy on the outside. Like most French toast, you kind of get it. It's just kind of an egg on some bread, and it's
Sure.
not as good.
But he's seared,
Yeah, so
if you will.
He would sear it, and it was actually definitely my favorite thing. And I'm trying to figure out how to replicate that recipe myself now.
Oh, okay.
And
How's it going?
I've gotten close a few times, but it's not quite perfect yet.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Sweet.
All right.